need to continue to keep adding talent and have the talent they have continue to develop.
Now Ridnour. After the missed three from Fresh. Here's O'Quinn. Hits the jump hook. O'Quinn's got his first 2 points of the night. The Hawks leading by 7. Fresh. He's guarded by Ridnour. Here's Millsap. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against Dallas.
And it was so important for their bench to come in and play well in that game. I thought that was critical to the victory.
Well, they got contributions up and down the roster, and that's what you need. Everybody who stepped on the floor contributed.
And now here comes Teague leading the break. And blocked. Oh, and here he comes. Ridnour all alone.
Over the last month, let's see how the Magic performed in the NBA statistics. 15th in free throw percentage, 16th in rebounding. And as far as block shots go, not a strong suit for this team. Only top 20 in the league. They really don't do a good job of defending the paint.
So for the Hawks, Damari Carroll comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Korver in for Teague. Channing Frye's checked in for Orlando. Tobias Harris comes in for Gordon. So it's Atlanta now. Fresh, the pass to Millsap to the left wing. That's a 2 from Korver. Nice shot from the wing. Korver's got his first points in this one.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Well, Paul Millsap has said he doesn't feel undersized anymore with the way the league is going, but more emphasis now on spreading the floor, so Millsap fits in easier. He can always find somebody to guard.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
Now, here's Ridnour. Pass to Oladipo. Harris kicks it to Ridnour. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
See the shooter, Kyle Korver. Let's take a look at some of his numbers, how this season has been coming along for him. He's averaging 11 points per game, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you really can't find much fault with him as far as his performances lately.
Yeah, he's been very, very dependable, steady, doing pretty much everything they've asked of him.
Payton, he's checked in for the Magic. Millsap a screen on Payton. Fresh. Another 3 for Atlanta.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
The Magic trail by 16. Payton outside. Pass to Oladipo. Back to Payton. 6 to shoot. Now, here's Oladipo. D right on him. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Hawks leading by 16. Passes it to Fresh. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second. A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep a franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
Atlanta making a switch here. Scott's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Harkless is checked in for Vucevic, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Oladipo. 1:37 left to play here in the half. Korver passes to Fresh. Harris on the double team. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And about Orlando and their stars, is it better, Clark, to have had stars and lost them, or to never have had stars at all on your team?
Well, it's a different kind of heartache, that's for sure. I think you'd rather have them and lose them than not to have them at all. But Orlando has seen a lot of success for how long they've been a franchise. They'd like to be able, though, looking ahead, to keep that next star that's wearing a Magic uniform right now.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, for some, Aaron Gordon is seen as a tweener, and for Gordon, it isn't going to faze him. He said, obviously you have to play a position in the NBA, but I'm going to do a little bit of everything. Post up, hit jumpers, go by people. I'm going to do it all. I'm confident that I can play both the 3 and the 4. He has the skills to pull it off, Kevin.
And he does. Thank you, Doris. The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the night.
And as a team, they're shooting about 75% on the year.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
The Hawks leading by 19 points. Harris on the double team. Fresh, the pass to Korver. Here's Fresh in Atlanta again with the bucket.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
And it's only their first turnover here. They've done a really good job of protecting the ball so far.
It just shows you how smart they're playing. This is a team that has played very well together, and when they do, they're awfully tough to beat.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And so here's Orlando. After the miss from Fresh. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Watch out below. Get out of his way now.
No way that he was going to slow him down.
Not that time. They weren't about to take those points away from him.
Atlanta with the ball. Good. 30. Points for Fresh.
Boy, this guy just plays with a love of the game. You can see it, how he prepares, his work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. When he hits the floor, it is all basketball.
Fournier dishes to Harris. He kicks to Payton. Here's Harkless. No good on the buzzer beater. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Atlanta running away with it. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
Wow, is it really that many points? I guess it is if you say so. I'm not really concerned with my points or how I'm getting them. If I start counting points now, the rest of the game's just going to get away from me. So, chill.
Well done. Thunder up, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Hey, guys. Great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. Our passing has been very precise. I'll give you guys a lot of credit for that. We've been extremely smart with the ball, basically haven't given them any gifts whatsoever. Something I have liked is our movement off the ball and all the good looks it's created for us. Keep finding those open shots on the floor. And in this...
Welcome back, everyone. Well, the second half, big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
What a game we've seen here for Fresh. 31 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Yeah, you are right, Clark. I mean, it's been fireworks from deep. He's just so dangerous out there.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll, and it's Fresh in at the 1. The Magic trail by 21. Harris outside. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Horford. Lets it go from deep, and he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Fresh. Fresh has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Hawks.
Al Horford, 6'10", 250, really a natural power forward who's been asked to play at center for his whole career. He's shown himself willing to battle bigger players inside, but you got to think he'd welcome a chance to switch back to the 4 spot.
Oladipo, good.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Horford with a screen on Payton. Here's Fresh. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Magic shooting a meager 37% for the game. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He urged his guys to get after it on the offensive glass, to follow every single shot, extend possessions, and cash in on some second chance points. There was one other thing he talked to them about. He told them to move with purpose on the perimeter, use screens, and find those open outside shots. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Magic. Peyton, good. Peyton's got his first points of the game.
Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
The Hawks leading by 22. T kicks to Cephalosha. In low to Brand. From the left block, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Fresh is checked in for Atlanta. And it's Richard Alford. Channing Frye's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And it's Gordon penetrating. Vucevic setting the pick for Gordon. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Gordon's got 7 points.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside. It freed him up and made the layup possible.
And it's Orlando with another. And at the end of the... In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist to the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
The Hawks leading by 20. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Cly and Vucevic are the power forward and center. Fournier out there with Ben Gordon, and it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. Scott, good.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
Yeah, and 8 of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. Maybe time to take a fresh look at a top 16 playoff structure.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers. And last season, the 7th and 8th seed in the East made the playoffs with worse records than the 9th and 10th seeded teams in the West. Sure, the conference playoff structure reduces travel, but in the age of chartered flights, you could argue longer traveling distances are much less of a concern, and I would say amen to that.
And guys, I think the biggest advantage to a so-called top 16 playoff seeding is that it would possibly make for a more competitive finals. It's a playoff series that garners international attention anyway. You want to make sure that the last 2 teams standing are truly the best in the NBA. His shooting has been so good today, he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Shot from 16. That drops. 38 points.